Hello, everybody. This is Mr. B. Not the B sound. End result, this is Hello Cody. Okay, this is what you should be able to create and what we're going to create here in just a second. How do we go about doing that? Well, it's really, really easy. Okay, this is my phone. What you see on my screen is exactly what we just created. Okay, we designed it there to play it here. How easy is that? Well, we got to go through a couple of steps to do it. So how do we go about doing it? It's very, very simple. And we're going to walk through it right now. How did I get here? Okay, to be able to put it on here. Well, you should have already downloaded, or if you're using one of the iPads, or you're using your phone, or your Chromebook, you should already have this program, the MIT App Inventor, okay, right there, that little app right there, that's the one you need to work with your project, okay? So where do we go from there? Now we're going to do it. So how do we do it? Well, it's really, really easy. I'm just going to start all over again, okay? We'll start from the beginning. And so that everything is on there for you guys. You can see it. Okay, we're just going to go through, remove everything so that you see how we can make this work. All right, first of all, you got to have a name for it, okay? If you have not given it a name or haven't started yet, go ahead, okay, and click on Projects and start a new one. When you get the pop-up box, give it a name. There can be no spaces in your naming. So when I do Hello Cody, and I give it that space, you see how it's going to use that underline or the underscore to connect the two words together. So have no space. Okay. Hello, Cody. Click OK. And it will show up here in the top left. Now, if you remember from the tutorial, the quick tutorial, on the left-hand side is your palette. These are all the tools you have available to put onto your screen. Your viewer is your screen that you're going to see on your phone. Over to the right is components. These are the items that are actually going on to your project that you're working on. And to the right of that are the properties for each individual project part component that you put onto your screen. Okay? So you take it from the left under the palette, drag it into the viewer on your phone. It shows up under the components of what you've got there, and then the properties for each item that you're going to fix. Okay? Really simple. The first one we want to use is under the user interface. And as you see, there's different drawers here that you can open up and click on. Each one offers a ton of different things. Okay. We just right now want user interface. We only want two things. We're going to have a button. Okay. And right here in this text button, text for button 1, we want to remove that. Where are we going to remove it? We're going to come over here to the properties, remove it, and delete it. So highlight and then delete it. That's all we got to do, okay? We're just going to leave it there. Now we want to upload the file of the image Cody. So if you haven't gotten the file yet, you need to download it. You're going to download it on your Chromebook. It's going to go into your Google Drive. So go access it from there and add it. How do we do it? You just click Upload File right here under Media, or under Image, you can click it, Upload File. Either place, it will back up right here. I'm going to go in here and choose File. Since I'm working on the desktop, it's going to come from my folders. Okay, and I'm going to say Cody. And JPG is a picture format, so I'm going to click on that and say, yes, that's where I want it. It's going to show up here, and it's going to show up over here. But my image is now taken over as the button. Okay, that's what's going to happen. So now we've got that set up. Now we need to add what's called a label. So I'm going to drag this over and put it right here, and it says text for label 1. Now what we want to do is change the text to say touch the bee, if I can spell. All right, perfect. Now we want to change a couple of things here. If you want to have a background color, you can do that. So we're going to change the background color. You're going to change the font size. So 30 is a good number, or you can change it up to about 50. Okay. The font face you can leave. It's up to you. The height, width, don't worry about that. And then the text color, if you want to change the color, you can change the color of the actual font. All right. Now, these are the default colors. There are custom you can choose. So if you want to use a slide bar, you can use a slide bar and adjust your color. Okay. Here comes the color matcher. So if you want to go to like a purple or something, you can do that. All right. Easy enough. So there you go. Boom. Now it's purple. Okay. So now we have the image and the button. We want to add one more thing, but we're going to have to go to a different drawer. It's like your dresser at home. Okay. Go under media and we're going to drag sound. And we're going to drag it to the bottom of the picture of your phone. Okay. And it becomes what we call a non-visible component, meaning that people can't see the actual image of the sound. Okay. The source, if you go over here to properties, we need to upload the file, the B sound. So if you haven't downloaded that one, you need to go get that one too. Now I've got it saved here in my folder. So I'm going to say, yes, that's my B sound. Okay. We're going to jump to the next element. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Okay. Because now you've set up the screen to do what we want it to do, but how do we get it to play, right? This is where we can fix this. In the top right corner, you have a highlighted blocks and an unhighlighted designer. If you click on blocks, designer is now highlighted and blocks is grayed out. This is where you actually program the app, tell it what you want it to do, okay? In this case, we're going to say we want button 1, okay? So on the screen, these are options you already have built in, but we're going to work on strictly the button. We want to say when this happens to the button, we want it to do this, okay? So here's what we want it to do. So we click on the button. I want to say when button 1 is clicked, check that, label 1. I just want to delete the block. I'm going to say label 1, okay? We're going to bring this over. And I want it to say what? Play sound 1. Okay, so now we're at that point. Okay, so when I touch the B, how do I find out how it works? Well, this is where this comes into play. Now, if you look at the screen, I got to go up and connect. If you're using your Chromebook or your phone or the iPad, you're going to connect to it. You're going to say AI Companion, and you're going to connect to it. You can connect 2 ways. You can either use the QR scan, or you can use the code. How do I connect? Well, on my phone, I'm going to use the app. Okay, there it is, the App Inventor. I'm going to open it. Okay, so I'm going to go back and open the app. And it starts off by what do I want to use? I want to use either a QR code, scan the code, or connect with the code. So I can actually type in the code or scan it. I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to scan it. So I'm simply going to touch that button. Now it's going to let me read the QR scan on the screen. It's going to download it like you just saw. Now, when I touch the B, I've just created Hello Cody. There you go. Simple, easy for you to learn. And now you've got it saved. There you go. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.